A warm welcome to episode 3 of the official Partick Thistle Football Club podcast, as we continue to share stories of some of the big personalities in our red and yellow team. Today's episode is once again supported by our host, the Podcast Rooms, but also in partnership with long-standing club sponsor McCrea Financial Services, which leads me perfectly to today's guest. After just his second month as a senior footballer, January signing Luke McBeth was voted by you as our McCrea Financial Services Player of the Month for February, pipping Captain Brian Graham in a vote as competitive as both players. It's been a strong first couple of months for the Thistle men's team's number 19, from his debut as a substitute against Queen's Park to his first start in Inverness, and most recently on Saturday, his latest appearance against Dundee United. So welcome, Luke. A rare chance for you to draw breath. How do you take it all in as we sit here today?
I think I've said that a few times. It still feels a bit mad for me, coming from obviously where I did, but just loving it. Really, it's all I've ever wanted to do. So I've been buzzing. Just wake up and kick a ball about every day. So that's
not gone away yet.
I don't know when it will, but
that's great.
I'm loving it.
Before we talk through your sort of journey into senior football, let's just touch on the award, McCrea Financial Services Player of the Month. That must feel good. Voted for by the fans.
Feels amazing, but it's probably my big family have got something to do with it. I don't know. After I'd obviously get told about it, and I was feeling a bit unsure about it, but obviously it's a really nice feeling. Obviously, so happy to get it, but it's one of those that I think the month was difficult, so you'd rather we won games and you win it instead of having to win it with that. But still, it's a mad feeling still.
Absolutely, but cracking start to March, obviously. Yeah. So we'll build on that. In case anyone isn't aware, McCrea Financial Services make a donation to a charity chosen by each monthly award winner this season. Tell us a little bit about yours.
It's one my mum helps out with. It's called Mother's Care India. I think it's they do a fundraiser every year, and we've helped out with them. But it's for, as it says, just mothers in India. Yeah,
for disadvantaged children. Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
So, fantastic. Good stuff. Well, McCrea's have made that donation, and we hope that helps. And I think they've got a Facebook page if anyone wants to follow them and engage with them. Yeah. That charity close to your mum's heart, as you say, and family is probably going to be a bit of a constant theme in this interview. Luke McBeth is 24 now, but tell us a little bit about Luke McBeth growing up, through the school era and as a young footballer at that stage.
Just the same as everyone in kind of Glasgow, everyone grows up. And I've got 3 older brothers, so from when I've been young, I've football. So you kind of all we've done back garden, just kicking a ball about 2v2s or whatever. So all I've known is kind of that's it. Just going out with your pals. And
where was home for you?
South side. So we originally were in Cathcart area, so near Hampden. Then we moved to near Glenafton area. So bit of change, but just always football.
Yeah. Having 3 older brothers, competitiveness for you must have been pretty immediate. Always try to prove yourself.
Being the youngest, obviously it helps, but it's been amazing just having someone always to play football with, and just I think same as everyone, just football daft since
playing it around the clock.
Exactly.
Give them a name check and tell us a wee bit. Do they play football at the moment?
So my eldest brother Jerry, he used to play. Enjoys a drink now. My other brother Johnny, he did play, tore his ACL, and now he's into this mad running and things, and Ironmans and things like that. And then my brother is 2 years older. He plays for Castlemilk, which is a really good amateur team. So he's playing for them, and they're doing really well. So
good. What position is he?
He's a big centre half.
Is he?
Aye. Just
big unit as well.
Aye. Just head the ball.
Go back to your middle brother, because I think I heard that his first marathon time was obscene.
He's every day. He's kind of trying to go professional in triathlons. So he's been doing Ironmans since COVID. I think because he tore his ACL and he couldn't play football anymore. I think he just turned everything towards that. So since then he's been mad every day, training, swimming, running, cycling.
A lot.
And obviously it's shown that he's doing well now, but it's mad. I don't know how he does it all.
So I'm just hearing you're obviously fitness, not just football mad family, but a fitness mad family.
Mixed bag.
Right, okay.
My brother's got a gym now, the one that's doing Ironman, so I've been helping him recently in there, but he's grown a big gym from
Right.
kind of doing all this, and that's all he's ever been interested in. So,
right, you're allowed to give it a plug. So just let's get the name out there.
Jungle Gym.
Where is that?
It's at like the top. It's like near Sturton, top
Right,
of
okay.
Mearns, Eastwood Golf Club.
Okay.
So I just converted it into like a new CrossFit gym, high roxy. So it's doing well, which is good.
And you've helped out there a bit as well.
But it's all been him. So
can abuse the
premises
as well. Great stuff. So when you were young, was the dream always to be a footballer, just like most in the team, I'll say probably? Just
football. You never, obviously when I grew up a bit, and you thought it's not really going to happen, just with things going other ways. But I never played with a team growing up, like a pro youth team. Just played with Busby. I started at Busby amateurs, like 5-a-sides, whatever, and then just grew until we had a good team. But just from there, just played locally, never really. And then my brother, the one that does the Ironmans now, he went to America first.
Right.
So I kind of saw the way that he was kind of enjoying his life, doing training every day, the kind of facilities and things, and it kind of gave me a taste for what I wanted to do. So I thought it's the next best thing apart from, and you still study at the same time. So
absolutely.
It was a bit of both.
Right, we'll come to that now, and shout out to Jamie McDonald, Thistle fan, who set up your Wikipedia page, so you're now big style now. Following coming through the youth ranks at St Cadoc's Youth Club, McBeth continued his footballing career in the US college football scholarship system between 2018 and 2022. Played for 2 universities during his time in the US, Lindenwood University in Missouri and Monmouth University in New Jersey. First of all, you've kind of explained how it came about in terms of the inspiration. How do you actually go from sitting in your house in Scotland to getting there?
So it's kind of an agency that kind of you'd go and you'd play at these kind of events at Tony Glen Indoor and stuff like that, and they make a video for you. So you kind of make a football kind of CV thing. So they send your video out to teams or unis out there, and just whoever's interested in you. Because I've not really played with anyone, it's like a division system over there. So there's 1, 2, and 3. The Division 1's kind of where you want to go, but obviously because I've not played anywhere, I would started in Division 2 in Missouri. That's why, and just went out, and it was a complete shock to me. A whole different life. It's just a different. The people are just Midwest as well, so it's like right in the middle of America. So it's a different compared to a big city. It's completely
incredible. Well, we did have a bit of an awareness about that pathway because First Point USA was a sponsor of Thistle.
First Point, they helped. Was
that the one where there you go? So they were a sponsor of the club through COVID and up until last season, so we can legitimately give them a shout out as well. Plugs galore today. And this pathway is, it's not as uncommon as people might think. Loads of footballers do it and either do something over there, become coaches over there, or come back. I think Jack Harrison down in the English Premier League is probably the most high profile. So, what was your end goal from it? What were you wanting to achieve?
I was more just realistic. I thought because I was older, I was 18, 19 going out there. I thought I was never in the back of my head thinking I'm going to go make it. I just wanted to play football. I've always loved playing football, as I said. So. I never really thought I was going out there to make it or anything. I just wanted to enjoy kind of the both sides of it. So I wasn't thinking, this is my chance to go and. But I was still going to work, kind of obviously enjoy the football. I've always liked just training, doing all that. So it wasn't half-hearted kind of thing. But I knew in the back of my head it wasn't like this isn't my kind of.
What was the educational outcome from it then? What did you walk away with?
I did sports science. The way that the uni works system out there works is completely different here, but it's basically like sports science degree. I don't know how much it means here. I'm like translating back here, so I'm happy I've signed my team now. But it was good to get that part of it as well. I've always enjoyed, as I said, that part of it was enjoyable to learn about stuff like that. But they do it differently, where they do 2 years. You can do anything, and then you specialise your last 2 years. So I was kind of here and there, and I thought sports the only thing
absolutely. Well, it's on your CV now, and it's part of your daily life now. So who knows where it might go in the future. The footballing aspect, what were the highlights, and what were the facilities like?
The facilities, I think that's the biggest thing. You get like they're mad for their kind of stats and sports science and all that out there. So all the facilities were amazing. The first uni I was at, it was a American football like pitch that we played on.
Right.
So it took a while to get used to. So you're playing with the 10, 20, so which was when you first start playing, the lines are wider than it's mad. But you get used to that all, and you travel. All the travel's paid for. You stay in hotels, so you feel like you're a pro without being a pro, if you know what I mean. So it's a really good life. You love it. I loved the whole process of thinking. You're not obviously that standard, but you're travelling with your pals to hotels. You're doing overnights. You're getting your meals paid for. You're just
give us an idea of the longest journey you would have to do for a game.
We did. So my brother was in Iowa, which is, I think it was 9 hours on a bus, and it was like you planted a uni. His uni that he went to was like as if you planted a uni in the middle of like Loch Lomond. It was middle of nowhere.
Right.
So you're about 3 hours until like the nearest thing. They've got obviously shops and things, but it's like
a proper civilization.
Really? That's what I mean. It's like a row of shops and then a uni, and then that was it. So it was an eye opener. And for the first month or two that I was there, I was thinking, what have I done here? What am I playing at? But once you start meeting people and playing football and things, you realise it's obviously just the shock of being out and somewhere else.
Absolutely. What was your footballing highlight? Is there our biggest game?
When I moved to the second place, we won like our league kind of thing, and you go to like a national tournament, and because it was a national during COVID, we all got flown to North Carolina, so it was unbelievable. All your hotel paid for, all the food buffet and stuff, so you felt top, but we get through the first round, so it's like the last 32 teams in America go to this one big tournament, and we get through the first round, and then we got this big uni, Pittsburgh, so it was like, and we get 6-0 or 6-1, so, but it was still amazing.
Great experience. What was the crowd like at that?
The crowd, I think the biggest I played with was about 3,000, so the biggest
Saturday's the biggest so far.
Saturdays, of course, but it's completely different out there. They take their sports kind of, like American football's massive, whereas football it's not as big out there, so it's kind of second string.
Tremendous. Was there ever any doubt about you coming home?
I don't think I could live out there. Just I think from Glasgow to like the people are quite different. I met a lot of amazing, like good pals, but I think to actually live out there it would be a big culture kind of change for me. So that's why I kind of knew in the back of my head I was going to come home.
Proper Glasgow boy.
I think just different personality types.
Yeah.
Which made me happy. Not happy to come home because I was gutted to leave, but just knew I was ready to start something new.
You drew from experience what you wanted, and the time was right. So, Lindenwood Lions, Monmouth Hawks, East Kilbride, Glenafton, Partick Thistle. No one's ever done that before. A unique pathway. Let's start with EK and the Kilby. How did that come about? And was that a good first move back in Scotland for you? I
was just playing with my pals Sunday league team. And I know a boy, like my brother, a boy that went to my brother's gym is quite like well connected and things, and he just said to me, like, if you want to come and train. So I came, and I think it was the March time, so it was towards the end of the season. I think I only was there 3 months or something, but he said that he can come along and train, and they just said, we'll sign you to the end of the season. But it was quite, in America, I kind of played quite a lot, which was obviously helpful. But when I went to East Kilbride, it was obviously the first time I've had to you try to get in a team from the start. So I think I learned a lot because there was a lot of really good like ex-pros there. So there was 4 or 5 that played like, top level and things. So, and it was a really good team. So I didn't really play as much as probably what I wanted to, but I think you learn a lot.
Yeah. Well, when you did play, where were you playing it positionally at that time?
I only played a couple games. I played centre half one game and get hooked before half time. Right. So that was a shock.
That's a nice feeling.
I know. I didn't even feel that I was playing that badly as well, so it was a shock in the changing room. And then I played a couple of other games coming on sitting, but I know I wasn't kind of first choice there, so it was kind of you learn how you're mentally, because like sometimes you feel like chucking it, but it was a good lesson to learn.
Thistle fans are obviously seeing you as a centre midfielder, a sitting midfielder.
That's where I played in America, really. But Glenafton, I get started kind of centre half. and then I got moved forward later on in the league. So bit of both.
There was a player here called Gary Harkin, so you might be aware of.
He was the manager at Glenafton.
There you go.
He used to train with us. Manager.
When he first came to Firhill, he gets shunted to the back, which is incredible to think of. It was all over the shop trying to take people on. It does happen. Glenafton and into the hands of so many former Thistle influences, which it turned out to be key. Just name check a few of them. And
there's tons I could name. It was Max Curry, a goalkeeper that got me in from East Kilbride. He was the one that put me in contact with Ryan Stevenson. Yep. So he was the manager at the time, and I was going to just go to that Castlemilk team that my brother plays for. I was just thinking because I wanted to start playing again because I didn't really enjoy it. I enjoy it, and I know a few boys that play there, so I thought I might as well just because the one that does the Ironmans played there as well, so it was just kind of like a family. And then the goalkeeper at East Kilbride said, if you want, I can say it to them. I just thought, right, why not? And then I met Mark Roberts and Ryan Stevenson, and they said, just come along. And my first training session, I turned up, and Billy Gilmore was training.
What?
At Glenafton, so it was just completely. I turned up for my first pre-season, and obviously he must have been home. He's one of his best pals plays for Glenafton, so I turned up and Billy Gilmore was in the change room.
That's amazing.
So it was madness. I couldn't believe he was sitting there, and it was that night. It was just fitness. So I think he just came along to. But he was
unbelievable.
Just so much miles ahead of everyone, in terms of the fitness, and we did kind of small-sided possession, and you can tell that he's
a great documentary about him just now, where Billy that the Scottish FA have done. That just kind of shows what kind of character he has, dead down to earth.
He's still like that. He was so nice with everyone. Photos, and then there was loads of kind of wee boys there taking photos with him all and taking time. So it was amazing. And he came out of a game on the weekend, so you can just tell that he's obviously good.
And then Marco and then Gary Fraser would become important.
So Mark Roberts and Ryan Stevenson, and then Ryan Stevenson kind of left, I think just personal reasons, left during the season, and Mark Roberts took over. But it was Paul Payton, Gary Fraser's been massive for me. And then Gary Harkins came in as assistant to Mark Roberts at the time. So, and then they've got Michael Moffat, played with Ayr, who was an unbelievable player. And Paul Payton, who was...
And that dressing room sounds
amazing.
Lively.
There was a lot of good, really amazing ex-pros and stuff that you can still tell that they're, Paul Payton still, Gary Fraser both sitting there playing midfield with me, so I felt like I was playing with top players. So, but then Gary kind of said to me early on that if you keep playing well, I can put a word in for you, and I was kind of thinking just one of those things. But then he's obviously stuck by it and been unbelievable for me.
Incredible. Sliding doors moment.
I know. Look.
Obviously when he initially said that, you were maybe thinking, right. And then there's a gradual...
It was Ryan Stevenson as well said to me, he filled me with... Because after coming in from EK, I was kind of just head was a wee bit gone, and he said to me, I played a few pre-season games, and he was saying, if you kind of keep playing like that, I'll say to people, because obviously he's well connected. And again, I just didn't really think anything of it. And then it was after Mark Roberts kind of left the club, he got sacked or whatever, and things didn't go well as well. He texted me saying him and Gary were playing in the Banzo's testimonial. And they said they put in a word for me and things. And so it was just after that things started to get moving. And came in and started.
Rest is history.
Started November. And then just
what was, you obviously had an extended trial, if you like, a good period to bed yourself in and make the grade. What was your first impressions? How were you feeling when you came in?
Just that feeling of in your stomach. You can't really believe it when you first. I remember getting told it was a Tuesday and saying you're going in on Thursday. And you just think you're feeling but. That's what I'm saying. The boys from Paul Payton, Gary Fraser was massive. He was telling me you can play at this level, and would fill me with belief when maybe you didn't think it yourself. And then Moff as well. He didn't play till he was 24, so he was giving me kind of pointers as well. So they were all amazing with me, and obviously the coaches. So when I went in, I think Gary texted some of the players to kind of be nice to me when I came in, which is obviously so good of them. And everyone kind of welcomed me well. So
fantastic. Yeah. When did you think during that process that I've got a real chance here?
Again, I didn't really know what was happening, but then the manager Chris brought me in and said that when he came on trial from Talbot, he was in here for I think 4 months before they said anything to him. So he said he was good with me. He said, I just want to let you know that you've been doing well, keep doing this, and we'll try to do something in January. But it was kind of like we'll bring you in another week and stuff. So it gave me belief, which the first week I didn't really know what was going on. But I felt okay in training. Yeah. So I didn't feel like I was having one of those where everyone's noticing you. Yeah. So I was happy with that. And obviously Christmas Eve.
I know. What a Christmas present. I was going to, you've gone right through one of my questions. So I was going to ask about the importance of, the dueling pathway and him having gone through that, but you've explained that brilliantly. Obviously Chris Erskine as well and many more. The moment you were told in that kind of week between Christmas and New Year, we've spoken about it before, but it still brings a big smile on your face.
It's mad to think about. Even like Christmas Day talking, I just went with like my kind of close cousins and things, and I told a few of them, and it's so buzzing just to feel amazing telling people about it. And obviously when it happened, you're almost a bit edgy to say something. I was at the time in case I don't know what would happen, maybe you hurt yourself or something. So I was touching wood that whole week, just trying to stay fit. And then Christmas Eve, New Year's Eve, it wasn't like determined what day exactly. And I was kind of just waiting to hear because the clubs were talking about kind of the friendly and things and try to sort agreements. So I was kind of in the dark about when it was actually going to happen. And then New Year's Eve, I'd already said that I'm not going out, like hopefully it might happen and stuff, and it did. I got a call the night before saying just come in the morning, we'll train and do it. So I know. You
sign and then you make your debut. What a start to the year. What did that, again we've talked about this before, but for this audience, what it meant to you was obviously huge, but what it meant to your family,
it was a bit, on the morning of it I said to them, like, I'm hopefully signing today, so I said, like, a couple of you can come, and my mum obviously was, and my brothers were saying, like, I'd like to come and stuff, and then I finished training, kind of came in, and it was like, right, we'll get to things, and I was about 14 at the front door, so it was a bit embarrassing, all my kind of, and then the wee babies and stuff, and the manager was like, just brought everyone in, so, I mean, it was, when I look back on it, it's
definitely not embarrassing. It's such a great moment.
At the time, I know. But at the time, you're thinking, like, but I think in years to come, I'll look back and it'll be a highlight for me. So, just an amazing day. It still feels mad to me that it's happened.
A lot's happened quickly, hasn't it? And you spoke to press about this recently, so I hope you don't mind me asking. It means a lot for you as a family because of what you went through last year with
my dad passed in August. And he was a massive part of kind of, we were all close to a family, and he, obviously the football, he would have to take us here, there and everywhere, with 4 of us. So he was a big part of kind of just saying you need to enjoy your football and things like that. So I think I've said this before, that he's had a lot to do with me getting in a way somehow. But amazing for the family because they've been at every game since.
It's wonderful. It's very moving to hear you talk about that. But your dad's obviously is immensely proud of you, and the fact your family are so close to your journey's a great thing. First team debut against Queen's Park and a couple of sub appearances, and then the full debut up in Inverness would have been a real special breakthrough moment for you.
It was amazing. I get told on the way up, I get told I had to do my initiation. So my song, so couldn't enjoy the bus journey up, couldn't enjoy my dinner. Did my initiation,
which was
3 Little Birds, which was horrendous.
Not Lady Gaga. We'll come to that in a minute.
I think Stevie said it's the worst he's ever seen.
But Stevie says that bit.
But it was terrible, to be fair. But I couldn't enjoy my dinner, so I felt nervous for that. And then I get told to kind of come speak to the manager, and he said, you're going to start tomorrow. So I had the night to prepare for it, so which was good. That helped a lot instead of just getting thrown in. So I could prepare for it overnight, and I had a big family up again. There was about 15 of them up, so that was amazing for them.
Superb. And then, you know, the February's taking care of itself in terms of the results in the past, but the performance is enough to get you that McCrea Financial Services Player of the Month. Saturday, most recent game, biggest crowd you've played in front of, fans singing your name. I mean, the journey just continues to get better and better for you.
It's a dream. I saw the tweets and you sent me obviously the song, which was, I could hear my name, but I didn't know what the song was because there was another one, so I was kind of a bit, what's going on here? But then obviously I heard it back, and it's a good one. So it's funny. All my pals have been
brilliant
on sending it, so it's a good laugh.
I'm sure it'll get a few shouts on Saturday. But playing like that was, you know, 13th biggest team in Scotland against the 15th as we sit here today in front of nearly 5,000 fans with your family watching you. Life is good.
Exactly. You can't just try to, because it's new to me, I'm just trying to kind of enjoy it right now. Yeah. Because it's quite hard to get caught up in everything. So like, even after Ayr, obviously I didn't have the best game. So I think I learned quite quickly it's a lot of highs and lows and things. So it's good when stuff like that happens and we played, I thought we played better. So it's good to enjoy it while you can, and obviously not get too high, not get too low when obviously it doesn't go your way like Ayr. So I think I'm learning a lot from that as well. That's
evident every week that you're a player that will continue to learn, and hopefully. That players in their late 30s continue to learn. So that's part of it. I'm conscious you've got a massage right now, so we're gonna wrap this up. Last one's next stop, Hampden. As the story continues, short trip for you, local game. Good for the family.
I know there'll be about 100 there. Amazing to play, obviously, the National Stadium, been a few times, so it'll be unbelievable to play in. So
we're looking forward to it as well. Thank you for everything you've done so far and sharing your story today. We'll do one last plug because there are sponsorship opportunities if you want to sponsor Luke. I think we've got kit and boot opportunities, so check that out on the website. And that is a wrap. So thank you so much to Luke. The first of many chats we'll have, I'm sure. We'll see you on the south side on Saturday. Thanks also to McCrea Financial Services and once again to the podcast rooms. And thanks to you for listening. As we did last week with a double game week next week, impacting on player schedules, we'll take another breather and come back to you the following week ahead of Arbroath away with episode 4. We'll see you then. And before that, we'll see you at Hampden Saturday on the Jags.